My dad gave me some advice when I was a teenager that has stuck with me ever since. I've been married for 20 great years, and even through the inevitable hardships, I'm happier today than the day I was married, because of my wonderful wife, and not quitting when things got tough. My dad said, "Son, there are plenty of fish in the sea. As you go through life, you'll continually meet potential partners. Get yourself to where you want to be, and when you make your decision, stick with it and you'll be happier for it." I've learned over time that what he told me has been so true. When you're young, there are so many choices, so many beautiful women. You'll meet them in school, work, and community. Every time you develop and your life changes, you'll be in a new circle of fish, men or women. This is where you should set some professional goals and become the person you want to be, before settling in a serious relationship. Once you're in one of these relationships, your decisions are no longer your own. You both have to want it or it won't work out. Personally, I dated as I grew older, but I always kept my end goal in mind. I wouldn't drag out a relationship if I didn't see a long-term future. Some people try hold on to a relationship until they find something better, or feel they can change the other person to fit what they want. I'd keep my relationships to usually less than 3 months, you should know by then, and here are some of my key insights. Be careful not to get trapped by poor choices. One girl I dated was great, but her family had drinking problems and were in and out of jail. Another girl mentioned she wanted to be married ASAP, and within 3 months she was, to someone else. We all know someone who has been trapped in a relationship they didn't really want with a child. It's much better to be happy and planned. Money in the bank: the more similarities you have in common, the easier your decision-making will be together. Opposites attract, of course. My wife is a flamboyant extrovert, while I'm the logical, more reserved half. I manage the finances and the steady job while she works with her nonprofit and speaking engagements, but we have many more common goals and similarities. Family matters: having similar cultures, religious or family values, and the ability to get along with your in-laws, are very valuable. It can still work without all of these, but again, the less friction in this area, the easier it will be. Money values: don't expect these differences to balance out. Financial security is only possible if you both work towards it. The ability to deny instant gratification for long-term goals is rare. It's way too easy to justify that new vehicle or thing you want. Know each other's financials and spending habits before getting in too deep. Age does matter to some degree. Maturity comes from experience and time, and it's different for everyone. In my opinion, 25 years would be near the ideal time, financially responsible and with well-developed goals or career plans in motion. Unfortunately, the older you get, the more fixed your habits become, and it's harder to make compromises. There are also less single options available without the additional complications of previous marriages or children. Beauty: this is like a double-edged sword. The hotter you're made as, the more naturally developed they are to accepting admiration and flirting from the opposite gender. If you don't give it to them, they'll look for it elsewhere. They will also have to fight off these admirers more often, and even their mood will swing more often depending on how they feel about their looks. High beauty level equals high maintenance cost, from clothing, beauty products, and relational risk. What I'm trying to say is, don't chase after a high-level beauty and ignore the natural beauty in those with a big heart. Communication: new relationships are easy to talk about anything, but when you think you know everything about the person beside you, you still need to cultivate conversation, ideas and goals. Develop the ability to step back and look at things through fresh eyes. Compliment and apologize as needed. You're both not always right. A relationship is a team. If you're not shooting for the same goal, you need to talk and work it out. Sometimes that's a compromise, and other times it's a rewrite. These areas above are definitely not insurmountable if you don't get them all, it's just less simple. Smiles are much easier to come by if you make your life as simple as possible and be content with what you have. A relationship can be your biggest blessing or your worst nightmare. I hope some of my experiences can help someone else enjoy a beautiful relationship. Smile.